you brought the House down, and isn't it amazing that you can bring the House down by just saying what everybody wants to hear?
Well, I'm glad to have a chance to do it. It was intended to be a wake-up call for the party and for the country, and I think people are ready to hear very strong speeches on economic issues, and that's what I intended to do yesterday, and I'm very grateful for the response that I've received as a result of it.
How's it going with the impeachment right now?
Our website at Kucinich.us, in the first week of our activity, we had, I think, over 100,000 people come to the website and sign the petition, and the petition is still open. We want to ask everyone who's listening to go to Kucinich.us, sign the impeachment petition. I delivered the last ones to the House of Representatives. They're now part of the official record of the proceedings of the Congress, and I'm going to deliver the next batch. We would love to be able to have 1 million signatures by September 10th. People say, well, the term's running out. You know what? The fact of the matter is, while they're still in power, they could take us into another war. They could commit further violations of the Constitution. By having a hearing, I think we show a desire for accountability. We reestablish Congress's role as a co-equal branch of government, and put high the banner of the Constitution and accountability. If you don't have a rule of law, if you don't have the highest officials being bound by the law, then everything breaks down. And so they have to be held accountable.
It's interesting. I was speaking to Gerald Nadler yesterday, and I talked to him about impeachment, and he said that the problem with it, if there were hearings, would be that it would be the same kind of refusing to comply with subpoenas, refusing to appear, refusing to speak, and that he thinks they do exactly the same thing that Carl Roberts has just done, walking up into the sunset when he's been called to come to Congress.
That's an impeachable offense. I mean, we don't need them to impeach them. If they don't comply, that's with subpoenas, that is an offense that you can put in an impeachment resolution. It's important for people to understand the process. Impeachment doesn't mean removal from office. Impeachment is like an indictment. Impeachment says these are the charges that you have violated the Constitution, violated U.S. and international law, and for that you ought to be held in trial in a Senate. The Judiciary Committee has to do the investigation. It doesn't matter that they don't cooperate. Their lack of cooperation is an additional offense. We know already that the war was based on lies. We know already that Iraq didn't have anything to do with 9/11 or Al-Qaeda's role in 9/11. Iraq didn't have weapons of mass destruction. We know the administration made a case for the war and everything they said was a lie. What more do we need? Now, I had 35 articles of impeachment plus another article, total of 36. Any one of those could be the base for removing them from office. They don't even have to show up. If they don't show up, it doesn't mean that they get away any more than any criminal commits a crime and doesn't show up for his day in court and be convicted in absentia. These people have to be held accountable. They cannot be permitted to go off into the sunset, acting as though they've made up the law as they went along.
Nancy Pelosi, in an interview the other day, I saw her, and she said that she hadn't read them yet.
She's a busy person.
Next hour.
Sorry?
She's a busy person.
I don't think you're too busy to uphold the Constitution.
Exactly. I mean, Nancy Pelosi's my friend, and I like Nancy. But I don't like what she's done on this impeachment issue. Early on in the Democrats' move to power, she took impeachment off the table. And frankly, I don't agree with what she did. And I told her so. And it's clear she has no intention of bringing it up. But, people should know that the Constitution provides that even after people leave office, they can be held accountable for violations of law.
The worry is that the pardon factor, that if Bush leaves office, he can do these pardons beforehand, we call them preemptive pardons, but he can pardon people before they've even been indicted.
He can do that, but he can't pardon himself. And as long as he and these individuals are alive, they can be held accountable under national and international law for violations. So, no one should think that they can go back to their ranches out west and avoid the scrutiny of the law or prosecution. As long as they live, they should be held accountable for what they did to this country and to the people of Iraq. They should never be able to escape accountability. This is a moral obligation that we have as Americans to insist that the losses that we incur occurred in this war, the loss of the lives of our troops, the loss of innocent Iraqis, be brought to the attention of appropriate courts of law. This is not something we're just going to let go because their term is going to run out. And so I ask people to go to Kucinich.us, sign the impeachment petition, put the word out to your supporters as well to get them there. I want to submit as many signatures as I can on September 10th. We know September 11th was the day the world changed. Well, September 10th can be the day that we can change the world.
Thank you so much, Representative Kucinich. Appreciate it. I'd love to have you on the show again. One more real quick question. I talked to John Conyers yesterday about this. The last time I had you on the program, you were about to talk to him about your impeachment resolution. Did you?
Of course, John and I talk. We talk all the time. You know, Chairman Conyers takes these things seriously, but the Speaker has really the final word on it. So whatever Mr. Conyers wants to do, the Speaker is still the one who makes the final decision.
Was he receptive to it?
Mr. Conyers is always receptive.
Thank you, Congressman.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great. Can you please say hi to our listeners?
I will.